Today, as we celebrate Divine Mercy Sunday, the question that comes to our mind is, where is divine mercy? How is it that God allowed this COVID-19 pandemic to happen in the world? Why is God not so merciful? Why didn't He remove this virus from the face of the earth? Does He know that we are suffering? Does He know that we are also going through difficult times? Many are seeking for emotional, psychological, and spiritual help. If we are feeling this way, the Lord wants to assure us that in our trials, in our tribulation, He is not far away. He is in our midst. But then you might say, how can I find this peace when I'm living in this situation? My dear brothers and sisters, when the Lord is with us, when you know that Jesus is with you, you will find peace. That's the reason why if you want to have peace, the first thing we need to do is to remove our fears. Fears is the cause of restlessness in our hearts, anxiety about our future. It's the fear of suffering, and most of all, the fear of death. That is why the world is living in fear. Because for many in the world, death is the end of everything. That is why the world tries to avoid confronting this ultimate question of life, the question of death. We try to hide death. We try to prolong life. For many people in the world who do not believe in Jesus, there is only this life. And because they fear death, what do? They start grabbing. They become selfish. They live only for this life. They want to enjoy everything because they know once dead, everything is over. That is what they believed. It will not be the COVID-19 pandemic that will destroy humanity. The ultimate virus is a virus of selfishness, materialism. This is what will destroy humanity. And you look at the world today, because they have no future beyond this life. They just think about themselves. You only live once, they said. Better don't miss out on anything. You look at the values the world is promoting. It's about myself, me first. The Lord is using this pandemic to purify the world, to restore creation, and to restore hope for humanity. Because humanity has lost hope in the future. That is the reason why this COVID-19 pandemic forces everyone to face the question of death. In the face of death, you can be the prime minister, you can be the president, you can be the richest man on earth. You are nobody. You are powerless. We have to ask ourselves, then what is life all about then? If death is the end of everything, precisely the Christian faith tells us it is not the end of everything. It's the beginning of new life. Christian faith tells us there is more beyond death. It is life eternal. It's to share the heavenly life of Jesus Christ. We will overcome our sufferings. And even if we really have to die, death is not final. That is why, my dear brothers and sisters, in the light of what is being offered to us, we can be joyful. We can be at peace even during trials. Because now we can live from the future. What does it mean to live from the future? To live from the future means to say our hope is certain. We know what is ahead of us. We know our ultimate end. And because we know that we are going to be with Jesus, we can now live without fear. No matter what happens, we can live courageously. Not recklessly, but courageously. We will make full use of our life to give ourselves in service to others, to die to our sins, for love. We will not be thinking about ourselves. We'll be thinking about others, because that is our hope, to share in the fullness of life with our Lord. To live from the future for the future. And because of the future, this present life has meaning now. Even when we are suffering, we know we are suffering for a purpose. That is how the Lord shows us His mercy. Actually, our sufferings is the greatest mercy of God. Because without sufferings, we never learned in life. We take things for granted. When God stripped us of all our powers and we experience powerlessness, then we know we need God. And so today, as we celebrate divine mercy, what must we do? We must now extend this mercy to others. We must try to reach out to others to see where we can help, where we can offer consolation. Those who are suffering, those who are worried, those who are hopeless, we can pray for them. We can reach out. But most importantly, we must stay as a community. Even though we are all in different houses, we still can communicate through all the social media, whatever means we have. But we must be within the community. And the risen Christ came to us precisely with the crucified marks to let us know that He feels with us. He is one with us in our sufferings. And this is what we must do. We must gather together to worship, to pray together, to share. And this is how we can comfort each other during this crisis.